Hello, welcome back. Thank you so much for being here. If you're new to this channel, welcome. If you've been here before, welcome back. Now below there's a button that says subscribe. If you can just click on that button and give me a subscribe, that would be fantastic. And there's a notification bell. If you can just click that notification bell, you'll be notified every time I put a video up. And give me some love. I need some love. Now today we are going to make some fish. One of my subscribers, Jen Hardy, asked that if I could make some fish. So Jen Hardy, here it is. We're going to make fish today. Now when you make fish, you need something to go along with your fish. So I figured, okay, well, since I'm making fish, I thought I should make some fish and some chips. So I have some potatoes here and I have my fish. Now, as you all know, I said it's very difficult here to get fish in the area of Florida where I live, unless you go to the supermarket, you buy frozen fish. I hate to buy frozen fish because it don't come out right for me. So I was able to find some fresh fish. Yes, that's not frozen. This is tilapia fillet, and we will be making tilapia. So before I get started on the tilapia, the first thing I'm going to do is take this fish out and put it in some lime and salt to clean it for a little bit. And I'm going to peel my potatoes. I'm using like 4 potatoes. I'm not doing a whole lot of them. I'm going to peel my potatoes and then I'll come back and show you what I will do next. Okay guys, so before we start on our fish, we're going to first start on our French fries. So this is how we cut our French fries. So look here, I have my potatoes. I have 4 potatoes here. They're nice and they're washed, they're clean. So before I cut them, I'm just gonna cut that off because I want a base for it to sit without rolling around. So that's why I cut that piece off. So this is how you're gonna cut, like this. And then when you cut it like that, you're going to turn it over like this. And you're going to just cut it down like that. And here guys, you have your fries like this. And then I have a bowl of cold water over here. I will put them in the cold water and continue to cut. And then I'm going to do the same thing over here. A base. Put that down. And then you cut. Okay. And you just put these all in the cold water, guys. So now we're gonna take our fries that we have here in the cold water, and I'm gonna take them out of here and I'm gonna put them on a towel. We're making fries and fish, guys. Jen asked for fish, so I threw some fries in. You can make this on Friday for dinner. Okay, so I have that. So what I need to do is dry them really well. So I'm going to take my towel. Make sure you don't break them. We don't want to break them. We just want to get the water off. I have my oil on, heating up, and your oil is going to be hot when you put these in, like medium hot. You dry them well, guys. And then I'm going to drop these in my oil. But I'm not going to overcrowd my oil, which means I'm not going to put a lot of them in at one time. And I am just going to like half cook them, which you call it blanching. I'm going to half cook them. I'm not going to cook them fully. And then I'm going to take them out. So come over here to my pan. These are pretty much dry, and I will show you what I'm going to do next. So now I have my oil. Let me get this out of the way. I have my oil on. My oil is hot. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some of my fries here. A small amount of fries, not too much. For about 30 seconds, I'm going to leave them in there. For about 30 seconds. And then I'm going to take some paper towel. I'm just going to put the paper towel right here. That's about 30 seconds. I'm going to take them out after 30 seconds and just put them there. And now I'm going to put another set in. We're not putting too much in at one time. So I put another set in. Another 30 seconds here. Okay, this is about 30 seconds. So I'm going to go ahead and take these out. Okay guys, so what I did is I transfer the fries onto paper towel to get all the moisture out, and then I take a fresh paper towel and I'm dabbing it. Now this is step one. Now let me show you what's the next step that we're gonna do. I have some cornstarch here, and what I'm gonna do with my cornstarch, I have some cornstarch, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a little cornstarch and I'm going to sprinkle some cornstarch on here. Cornstarch makes things nice and crispy. We want some nice crispy fries. So I'm just going to sprinkle a little cornstarch, not a lot, just sprinkling on a little bit. Make sure it's covered all over. Make sure they all get it. Yeah, make sure they all get some of that nice cornstarch on them. Yeah, that's it. And guys, now what I'm gonna do with this is I am gonna put these in the freezer for a minimum of 30 minutes. I'm gonna freeze these for 30 minutes. So while these are in the freezer for 30 minutes, then we're gonna start on our fish. So let me put these in the freezer. Now our fries are in the freezer, we're gonna start on our fish. Now I cleaned my fish and I patted my fish dry. So the fish is dry. And now I'm going to season the fish. So I have some seasoning here. This is some jerk seasoning. All of my Tinaraine seasoning is gone. I got to make some more. So in the meantime, I just got some of this. And what I'm going to do, this is how I like to season my fish. Kind of the old-fashioned way. You know, you put a slit inside of it. Like that. I cut it on the inside. And I just like to season it on the inside. That way when you bite in your fish, you have that. The thin part, you don't need to do that, but just the thick part of the fish is where I will go ahead and just make a slit. And this, and then I season it. And then once I do this, I have my bowl. I put it inside my bowl. And then I'm going to take some of the seasoning. And I'm just going to go ahead. And when you use this seasoning, guys, you don't need to use anything else. You don't need to go in your cabinet and get any other spices, because this seasoning right here, this jerk seasoning right here, has everything in it. And this one is a mild, it's not too hot. So if you can't handle the pepper, this is good. I mean, it is spicy, it's just not that hot. And you season. And then I'm gonna let it sit and marinate for a few minutes before I fry it. Okay, so this is what it's gonna look like, and it's gonna sit and marinate. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish the others, and then I'll go ahead and finish the others, and then I will take you on to the next process. Now we're gonna start on our fish. Our fish right here is fully seasoned. So what I'm gonna do is, now I'm going to take some flour, put some flour in here to put our fish in, to help dry out our fish some more. And then, I do this. And over here, I'm going to make a batter. So I put some flour in here. I haven't measured it, I just poured some flour in. So just pour some flour in. That's a amount of flour I have there. And this is the flour that I have here to dip my fish in. Over here I have some cornstarch, and I am going to, I guess you probably want to see the measurement. Let me see how much is in here. Oh, I'm just gonna empty this because I have maybe like a quart of a can in there. I'm going to add this to my flour. Then I'm gonna take a teaspoon of baking powder. And add it to my flour. And then I'm gonna mix this all up together. Now here, guys, if your fish wasn't seasoned well enough, you can add some salt to this. You can add some paprika. You can add whatever you wanted to help to season your fish. But I put a lot of that jerk seasoning on my fish. Is more than enough to season it. So it really doesn't need any more seasoning. So I'm not adding anything to this in the line of seasoning. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna add some water to that. You add a small amount of water. We're making a batter, guys. Like this, so that I can stir it a little bit better. And let me start here. Let's get started. Take one of the fish right here, put it in your flour, kind of like drain it out because it's a little wet still, right? Dust all that flour off. Then take your fingers, put the fish in your batter. Then we take it out of our batter, kind of hit it to the side, get all that extra batter off. Then put it back in the flour. Again, put it back in the flour. Yeah, flour it up. Then there's a thick piece of fish, so now we're gonna go over to our stove. So I'm just gonna drop that in my oil, and I'll do one more and take another piece Put it in our flour like that. Make sure the flour goes all over. The flour is going to dry up the fish. It's a little wet. We can put it in our batter. Yippee yippee yo. Dip it in our batter. Hit it to the side. Get all that extra batter off. Then put it over here and our flour again. Pick it up. Dust it all off and take it over to the stove. A second. And then just let it stay here and brown. You don't need to turn it. Just make sure the oil, just put the oil on it like this to make sure the oil goes all over it. And let it stay there for a few minutes. And this is how we make our battered fish, guys. So I'm just going to let it stay here and brown. Once it's brown, I'll flip it over and then take it out, and then I'll be back to show you the finished process. Okay guys, so I fried 2 of our fish. They're finished. They're nice and crispy. They're nice and crunchy. I'm gonna set this aside for a few minutes, and here's our, and over here we have our fries that was freezing, that was in the freezer. So now I'm gonna put these in the oil, and we're gonna fry these for about 30 minutes or until golden brown. So let's go. And I'm gonna take my frozen fries, these are frozen, and just drop them in my oil. You want like a medium heat. I did the fish in here, so it kind of changed the, it's a little bit too hot. Just lower it down a little bit, it's a little bit too hot. I fried the fish in this oil, so that's why it looks a little bit dark, guys. That's a minute. Okay. Over here, let me put some paper towel over here. Put these on. There goes that set. Let's put another set of fries in here. Our fries are also finished. So what I'm going to do while my fries are still nice and hot is I am going to take some black pepper. I am going to take a little bit of salt and just sprinkle some salt all over it. And I have here some cayenne pepper. If you like a little spice in your fries, you don't have to. Everything is optional. Cover this. And this is a little bit of parsley flakes. And now I'm going to mix that up. Mix it all up together nicely. And then I'm gonna just put them over here on my plate. So those are your fries, guys. That's how you make fries. And Jen, this is how you make your fish. Nice and crispy. And guys, French fries and fried fish. Fish and chips. This is how you make your fish and chips. And guys, when you have your fish, you need a little bit of dipping sauce. So this is what we do here. Well, this is my dipping sauce. You can make yours a different way, but I just take a little mayonnaise. Come out of it. Just take a little mayonnaise, and I take a little bit of my hot sauce. And that depends, you pour in, depends on how much of the pepper you can. Ooh, that's a little bit. It's gonna be spicy. And a little bit of ketchup in there. Mix it up. And this is how I make my dipping sauce right here. And then let me taste this for you, Miss Jen. And I will take a piece of the fish, and you see how nice and crunchy it is, right? And I will dip a piece in my dipping sauce. And Miss Jen, to you. I don't know if you guys can hear the crunch, but it have that crunch. This is really good. It's delicious. Now let's taste one of these fries for you. Probably can't hear the crunch from over there. And a little seasoning, a little salt and stuff in there. And guys, this is your fish and chips. Guys, I hope you can give this a try. I had fun making these fish and chips, and I hope you have fun making fish and chips for your family. Until next time, thank you so much for being here. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up and to hit that subscribe button. Until next time, bye-bye.